Oh, okay, so we're back, and no one seems to be watching quite yet, so I'm gonna wait a couple minutes here. Um, the reason I ended the last one, oh, someone's here now. Okay, so hello, whoever that is. So the reason I ended the last one is I wasn't sure if my audio was working or not. It seems to be working now. So, oh, we've got 3 viewers here. Um, and I was just talking with people who were um, saying they hadn't watched WandaVision yet. Do you guys want me to change this to a spoiler-free here, or do you want me to do a spoiler one? Because it's up to you guys, really. I can change it if you guys want. Okay, Parker says the mic sounds good. That's good. I was worried about that. The first time I started here, it was not picking up my snowball, so I wasn't really sure. But yeah, I'll wait for you guys to say whether or not you want me to do spoiler-free or with spoilers. Ideally, I do want to do one with spoilers, but if people want to watch it without spoilers, that's fine too. I can just talk about my thoughts on Winter Soldier instead of including WandaVision. So, that's what we're going to do now until we hear back from some people. So, if you guys don't know, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier comes out in, what is it, 3 days now, I think? And I'm actually looking really forward to it. I think that it definitely, I've heard, and based on the trailers, it seems like it's going to be a lot like the Winter Soldier, like Captain America, the Winter Soldier. And that's probably my favorite of the Captain America movies. I feel like that's generally one of the better Captain America movies. Oh, we've got 4 people now. Nice. This is actually a lot more than I was expecting to get. I was expecting to get like 1, maybe 2 viewers. So thank you guys all for showing up here. But yeah, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that's such a mouthful to say. I wish that it was called something shorter, like Sam and Bucky, or just, I don't know, something shorter. It's just such a mouthful to say. I think that it's going to be a really interesting show. Based on the trailers I've seen, the action looks like it's going to be really good, really good action choreography. It seems very similar to Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and the reason I liked that film so much was because it is a superhero film, but it's grounded more in reality. Like, we have Black Widow, Captain America, and Nick Fury are basically our main superheroes in that one, and 2 of the 3 don't have superpowers. And in what we've seen from Falcon and the Winter Soldier so far, we actually have no superpowered people. I mean, technically, Bucky has superpowers, but I don't think he has enhanced strength, or does he? I'm not sure exactly, but enhanced strength is really the only superpower we have in this show. So I think it's really cool to see the superhero world without superheroes. And I'm really looking forward to that in the show coming up. And something else I'm looking forward to is, hold up, I'm just going to change the title here to The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Okay. Oh, I guess I have to edit the description now. Okay, there we go. Now back on track here. I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, superpowers. So yeah, I like that we're in the superhero world. They're not really going to have superpowers. Bucky is one of my favorite characters for the sole reason I love characters that straddle the line between good and evil. That's something I really like about Loki. That's something I really like about Wanda. And just overall, characters that have complicated morals and complicated motivations is something I really enjoy in films, especially in the superhero films. So I really like how, I guess, Bucky, he didn't choose to be a villain, but he was a villain. So I like that he has this like redeeming that he has to do for himself. And I think that that's going to work really well in this new show. Something else I think is going to work really good in the show that I'm really excited to see is more of the relationship between Sam and Bucky. From what I've seen, it looks like it's going to be a really cool relationship. I love how, what are their names? Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie, I think that's their names. I love their chemistry off screen, and I think it plays off really well on screen as well. So I'm really looking forward to seeing more of them, and just the relationship between the characters and the actors is really good, and I'm really looking forward. I think it's going to be really good in the future there. Oh, we're up to 5 viewers now. Nice. Um, what was I? So yeah, I'm really looking forward to those relationships. Something else that I think is going to be here. Is that better? Better if I have some headspace here. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have a issue with the framing. I don't really know how I'm doing this, but yeah. So yeah, from the trailers, action looks really good. Another character I'm interested in seeing more of is what's his name? Zemo? Is it Zemo? I think it's Zemo. I'm really looking forward to see more of Zemo because again, he's an interesting villain because he's not super powered. He's intellectually powered, I guess you could say. And I think that seeing more of Zemo is something interesting. I didn't think we would ever see more of Zemo after what happened in Captain America: The Civil War, because in the end there, he was about to kill himself, and then what happened? Black Panther stopped the bullet, and then I want to say he took him to Wakanda. I don't actually remember what happened to Zemo in the end. If any of you guys remember what happened to Zemo, that would be great, because I'm blanking right now. Black Panther caught him. I know that much. I don't know where he brought him, but I really wasn't expecting to see more of Zemo. So I'm really interested to see how he's coming back, or if they're going to get into that at all. And yeah, I like that he doesn't have superpowers. I also really like that he got locked up in the Bucky tank. Okay. Is that in the base that the government was holding all the other supers during that movie, or is he in like his own facility? Because yeah, what was I saying? I also like that Zemo is. I like that his goal is not world domination or power or fame or anything like that, or at least it wasn't in his first appearance. I would assume it's not in his second appearance as well, because from what I can tell, his goal seems to be now to prove why superheroes are bad still. Like his goal in Civil War was to split Avengers, right? And it seems like his goal now is at a time when the superhero world is in a lot of chaos because Iron Man's gone, Cap's gone. There's a lot of leadership in the superhero community that's just wide open and out there. And it's going to be it's tough for superheroes right now because it's in a new wave basically. So this seems like a perfect opening for Zemo to come in, and instead of just destroying the Avengers from the inside, he's going to destroy like all of superheroes' reputations. It seems like I could already see after the events of Endgame, like in this is a minor WandaVision spoiler, but not really. We see some. So next minute here, I'm going to talk about it. It doesn't spoil anything important in WandaVision. It's going to happen in 3. And anyone who wants to get out, just get out now. 3, 2, 1. So what happens is we see at one point we see the aftermath of Hulk's snap, which brought everyone back, right? And it's so chaotic. I guess we also saw some of that in Far From Home, but you can tell it's super chaotic when they brought all the superheroes back. And after Civil War takes place, 2 years before the events of Infinity War, and it felt like then everyone was already very on edge about the idea of superheroes, and they already weren't liking what they were doing in the world. So I could see that the masses are already worried about what's going to happen with superheroes. Like, they're just doing whatever they want. They think they know what's best, but it seems like after the snap, a lot, or after like we're up to 6 years now. Nice. After the what's it called? Okay, I don't. After Hulk snap, when everyone was brought back, it's super chaotic. It seemed, I would guess that a lot of people were not happy about that because at that point, people had gotten used to having half the population, and to have that other half of the population back, I could see people already being uneasy with the Avengers and all superheroes. So I think it could be really cool to see Zemo try to what is it? Try to increase that divide between superheroes and normal people. And I feel like that's what's going to be his plan. And what else do I have to talk about here? If you guys have any thoughts or anything, just leave them in the comments or in the chat, and I'll talk about it. But what else here? I know in an interview, Kevin Feige has said that he doesn't want anything major to happen in these shows, which personally I think is kind of dumb. Hail Hydra, yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Kevin Feige has said in an interview that he doesn't want to give away anything major in the shows, which I think is really dumb because for anyone watching the shows, it feels almost like they're going to be meaningless by what he said. But based on how WandaVision went, I wouldn't say it's meaningless. But again, we didn't get a whole lot, I guess. Like, I guess we did get, again, minor WandaVision spoilers here. We do get introduced to some new people. We do get some character arcs for some existing people. I'm going to keep this vague because I know there's at least 2 people watching right now that don't want that spoiled, so that's where I'm going to leave it. But that's basically the max of what I can see the Falcon and the Winter Soldier doing. I can see them maybe introducing some more characters. It seems like, what's her name? Is it Sharon Carter? Something like that. Shannon Carter? I don't know. Peggy's niece, whatever her name is. It seems like she's going to get a slightly bigger role, although I still don't see her getting a huge role in the MCU as a whole. And then it also seems like I still can't see Zemo being a major villain going forward, so he's probably going to be dealt with in the show. And while I would like to see them play with the divide between superheroes and regular people, I don't think it's going to be a whole huge shift between what it's at now and what it's going to be at the end, because that's going to confuse the moviegoers. And I'm just going to read a comment here. This is about the, hopefully the lighting wasn't bad there. This is about Kevin Feige and not big things happening. I agree, but at the same time, I don't like the idea of the MCU transitioning to shows and movies. A lot of casual moviegoers see Marvel films in theater, but don't watch the shows. See, I think that's a good point. However, the problem I have with that is if you're a casual moviegoer, you don't really care what happens in the Marvel films. Like, yeah, sure, you'll go see them, but like my mom, she goes to see like Infinity War, Endgame, all that stuff. She gets the gist of it. Stuff still happens in between those movies that is important, but I still feel like if you're a fan of the MCU, you're gonna watch the shows. And if you're not a fan of the MCU and you're a casual moviegoer, I still think that Marvel does a good enough job of the shows and movies being good enough standalone. So that's where I stand on that. That I don't think that casual moviegoers should be the main target audience of the movies for the MCU. I think that the main target audience should be Marvel fans, but that's just my opinion. I can see why they're doing it this way. I suppose I just think it'll cause more confusion, especially when there are big characters like Falcon and the Winter Soldier who are being turned into a show. I'd argue that Falcon and Winter Soldier aren't really big characters. They've kind of been Cap's sidekicks for a while, and then the characters like the Eternals get full movies. That's a good point. I think the difference is the Eternals and Shang-Chi are new characters that are gonna play a big role going forward, whereas Wanda and Vision and Falcon and Bucky, they're all existing characters. They're just getting like arcs thrown in here, and I feel like it's not gonna make. Okay, I'm not doing a great job arguing my point here, but I can see where you're coming from there. I'm still going to stick to my opinion that just from we're up to 7 views now, nice. I'm just going to stick to my opinion that I would like it more if something really cool happened. I still think Wanda has quite a lot going on in her character, especially considering she's in Doctor Strange. Yeah, that's a good point. I was just about to talk about that. That again, Doctor Strange is most likely like confirming the multiverse. Oh, we lost 2 viewers. That's sad. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, you would think is going to introduce the multiverse. Oh, we're up to 6 again. So that will have major impact. It definitely doesn't make sense to introduce the multiverse in a show. I want to talk about something from WandaVision, but that's for a different. We'll do a different stream tomorrow night, maybe the next night about just WandaVision. But for now, I'm going to stick to the Winter Soldier. We're going to just keep on with the Winter Soldier here. So I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I want to say about Falcon and the Winter Soldier right now. This might be nearing the end of the stream here, unless you guys have any points you'd like me to bring up or anything like that. From looking at all the trailers and stuff, I really like the soundtrack that they've used in the trailers. So I hope that they keep using that type of music in the rest of the show. I really like. I'm hoping that again, it's really close to Civil War, both in the like types of characters with like low superpowers, not too overpowered characters. But I'd also like to see the spy element, like Cap and Nat were basically like undercover most of that movie, and I'd like to see that type of thing in this show. Like I'd like to see more of Falcon and Bucky, and I'd like to see them undercover kind of thing, doing some espionage. I think that would be really cool. It's different from the rest of the MCU. That's actually something I liked about WandaVision, is that it feels different from the MCU while also being a superhero MCU film. So I think that they should try to continue doing that going forward. And I think a really good way to do that would be to make this movie more of like an espionage spy type film. And yeah, I think that's about it for today, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I was a little nervous doing this because I've never actually tried to talk live before. Usually when I record my videos, it's like half an hour of recording for like 10 minutes of video, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Hopefully that didn't kill your ears there. There was some background noise. But yeah, this is the first time I've tried to do something live, so I hope it wasn't too much me rambling and I made at least some coherent thoughts here. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this. I had some fun doing it. I think it would be good to do this some more. I think it's fun to talk about stuff and just, if I have something on my mind, to just spill it. So that's what I'm going to try and do later on here. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. So hope you enjoyed this stream, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.